Our last subject of discussion for this module is going to involve something called themes. So a theme is something that's available all across the Office suite. It's a combination of fonts and colors and special lighting and shadow effects that you will only see when you make diagrams. But the fonts and the colors you'll see during the regular typing. The whole idea of a theme is getting a consistent look across all of your documents in the Office suite. So for example, I could have the same fonts and colors in my 3-panel brochures that I create in Word, same fonts and colors that I use in my PowerPoint presentations, same fonts and colors that I use in my charts and graphs in Microsoft Excel, for example. So this is one of the things that works all the way across the Office suite. I'd also like to introduce some of these styles up here. Under the Home tab, there's something called the Styles Gallery. So we'll be talking a little bit more about text styles in a future subject, but right now is a place where I can introduce them because they kind of tie into the themes. So first thing I'm going to do is go up here and click on the Heading 1 style in the Style Gallery, and then down here I'm going to click to place my cursor, and then I want to talk about the Bebop era. And so I'm going to make that a Heading 1 style. Notice as I hover over it, I can see the live preview. I'm going to click on that. And when I look up here in the corner, I can see that the theme called Heading 1 consists of Calibri Light font in 16-point size. Now, when I hit the Enter key, it is no longer Heading 1. It has switched to something called the Normal style, and the Normal style seems to be Times New Roman 12-point font. All right, and now I'm going to type a little something about the Bebop era, but I'm not going to make you watch me type it. I'll put the video on pause, I'll type the thing in, and then I'll bring it back. So there's the stuff that I've typed in, and I would like you to do the same. So we had a Heading 1 for the Bebop era. We hit the Enter key, it switched to normal font. And then maybe let me magnify this on screen a little bit to make it easier to read. I'm using some third-party zooming software there. All right, so enter that text, hit the Enter key one more time, and then we're going to come back and see how the themes will affect how this looks. All right, everybody, welcome back. So I'm going to zoom out with my third-party software here. I'm going to leave this down near the bottom of the screen, and you'll see why in just a moment. So here's what I would recommend. Everybody, right now, click to put your cursor in that Heading 1 style right there, the Bebop era. This will make it easier to see changes when we start changing our theme. So click to put your cursor right there in the Bebop era, and we're moving on. So I'm going up to the Design tab here in Word, and my Themes button is way over here at the left. And when I click on it, I see a list of these themes. They seem to have slightly different fonts. They seem to have different color swatches in there. But I might not really see much of anything changing right now, because the main thing that's changing is that Heading 1 style, and I can't see it. It's covered up by my list of themes. Gee, that's kind of irritating. But there is something I can do about that. I can go down here to the bottom right corner. Notice I get a 2-headed arrow, and when I grab that, I can readjust this list of themes. Now, one bad thing is next time I go to get the list of themes, it will forget that I had resized it like that. So this is just a one-time little band-aid here, but it does let me expose the thing that I want to view while I'm doing my live preview. Here I am now hovering over these different themes. I can see the colors of those letters changing in that Heading 1 style. I can see the font itself changing in the Heading 1 style. So I would like you to try what you just saw me do. So you're clicking to put your cursor in the Bebop era title. That's very important here. Click on the pull-down arrow of the themes. Grab the bottom right corner of the themes gallery, stretch it over here, and then hover over the different themes to see the live preview of how those fonts and colors would change. Your turn. Now, once again, if I go up and click on the list of themes, I see they've got kind of interesting names here. I'm not sure if I can zoom in on them using my third-party software. Yes, I can. So I've got names like Facet and Integral and Ion. And you can see that the fonts are different and the color swatches are different. Facet, Integral, and Ion. So one of the interesting things about a theme is that it's available all across the Office suite. So I'm going to take a moment and open up Excel so that we can see this same themes with names like Facet and Integral and Ion will be available on the Excel side. So I'm sliding down to my taskbar. You can't really see me doing that. I'm starting up Excel. Welcome to our discussion, Mr. Excel. I'm going to start a blank workbook here. And then in Excel, the themes are listed under the Page Layout command tab. And as I click on the pull-down arrow for the themes, oh, look at the names that I have available here. Facet and Integral and Ion and so forth. So the themes is one of the few things that goes all across the Office suite. And again, the idea is to give that nice branded look to your Word documents, make them look similar to your PowerPoint presentations, make them look similar to your Excel documents. And I'm going to close Excel right now. So you've had a chance to just get a little bit of exposure to the idea of a theme here. And again, the theme is combinations of fonts and colors. And we didn't see any of the special lighting and shadow effects because those only show up for diagrams and charts. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out and checking out Module 1 of our Microsoft Word 2016 lessons. This is Dan McAllister signing off of our first part, Module 1. Hopefully you'll come back and do Module 2.